the land of Moab, King Balak was pacing nervously. He had heard stories, frightening stories, about a powerful group of people called the Israelites. They had come out of Egypt, and everywhere they went, they defeated mighty kings and took over lands. Now they were camped just across the river from Moab. Balak's heart was full of fear.
These Israelites, they're everywhere, like a swarm of locusts. What if they come for me next? If we fight them, we'll lose. I need a different plan.
He called for his messengers and gave them an urgent mission.
Aha! There's a prophet named Balaam. He hears from God. If he curses them, maybe, just maybe, we can win.
Balak's servants set off, traveling through hills and valleys to find a mysterious man named Balaam. Balaam was known far and wide as a prophet, someone whose words always came true. The messengers arrived at Balaam's home and bowed respectfully. They handed Balaam a scroll with King Balak's request. A people has come out of Egypt and is covering the face of the land. Come now, curse them for me, because I am afraid I cannot defeat them unless you do. Balaam read the scroll carefully. He looked up at the messengers and said, "Stay here tonight. I must ask the Lord what I should do." That night, God spoke to Balaam. "Do not go with them," the Lord said. "Do not curse these people, for they are blessed." In the morning, Balaam gave the messengers an answer. "Go back to your land. The Lord will not let me go with you." When King Balak heard Balaam's reply, he was not ready to give up. He sent a second group of messengers, this time more important officials, with promises of great riches and rewards. Again, Balaam listened. "Even if Balak gave me all the silver and gold in his palace," Balaam said, "I could only say what the Lord allows." But he told the messengers to stay the night, and once again he asked God,
"Dear Lord, please tell me what to say concerning this issue. I don't want to offend the king, and at the same time, I don't want to disobey you, so direct me on how to respond to the king."
That night God said, "You may go with them, but only do what I tell you." So, early the next morning, Balaam saddled his donkey and began the journey to Moab, with the king's officials leading the way. But Balaam's heart wasn't fully right. He was going, but not with complete obedience. And so God sent an angel to stand in his way. As Balaam and the officials traveled along a narrow path, the donkey suddenly veered off the road into a field. Balaam was startled and angry. He struck the donkey to get it back on the path. But what Balaam couldn't see was that up ahead stood a mighty angel with a drawn sword. The donkey could see the angel, but Balaam could not. They continued along the road and came to a narrow path with walls on both sides. Again, the donkey saw the angel standing in the way. It pressed close to the wall, trying to get around the danger. Balaam's foot was crushed against the stone wall. Again, he struck the donkey. Farther down the road, they came to a very tight place with no room to turn left or right. Once more the angel appeared, and this time the donkey lay down right in the road. Balaam was furious. He raised his staff and hit the donkey a third time. But then something amazing happened. The Lord opened the donkey's mouth. "Why have you hit me these 3 times?" the donkey said. Balaam blinked. "You've made a fool of me," he shouted. "Have I ever done this to you before?" the donkey asked calmly. Balaam paused. "No." Then the Lord opened Balaam's eyes, and he saw the angel standing there, sword drawn. Balaam fell to the ground, face down in fear. The angel said, "Why did you strike your donkey? I was sent to stop you." The donkey saw me and turned away. If not for the donkey, I would have killed you and spared her. Balaam trembled. "I have sinned. I didn't realize you were there. I will turn back if you want me to." But the angel said, "Go with the men, but only speak what the Lord tells you." Soon Balaam arrived in Moab. King Balak rushed to meet him. "What took you so long? Don't you know I can reward you greatly?" But Balaam replied, "I can only speak the words God puts in my mouth."
I cannot curse a popal God has not cursed. I can only say what God has asked me to say because I am his servant.
Balak led Balaam to a high mountain where they could see part of the Israelite camp. He built altars and offered sacrifices, hoping for a curse. But God gave Balaam different words. Balaam stood, looked out over the people of Israel, and spoke, "How can I curse those whom God has not cursed? I see a people set apart. Let me die the death of the righteous, and may my end be like theirs." King Balak was shocked. "What have you done? I brought you to curse my enemies, and you blessed them." But Balaam said calmly, "I can only speak what the Lord tells me." Balak tried again. He took Balaam to another mountain, hoping this time he would curse Israel. More altars, more sacrifices. But again, Balaam spoke words of blessing. God is not a man that he should lie, or a human who changes his mind. He has blessed, and I cannot change it. No curse can touch them. The Lord their God is with them. Balak grew angry. "If you won't curse them, at least don't bless them." But Balaam replied, "I can only speak what God tells me." One last time, Balak tried. He brought Balaam to yet another mountaintop, Peor, overlooking the desert. And there, Balaam did not even wait for a message. The Spirit of God came upon him, and he spoke again. "How beautiful are your tents, O Jacob, like gardens beside a river, like trees the Lord has planted. Blessed is everyone who blesses you, and cursed is everyone who curses you." That was enough for King Balak. He shouted in fury, "Go home. I called you to curse my enemies, but you've only blessed them." But Balaam stood firm. "I warned you, King Balak. I can only speak the words the Lord gives me." Then Balaam turned and went on his way. And so, the story of Balaam and his donkey shows us something powerful. God's blessings cannot be undone. When God says his people are blessed, no magic, no curse, and no angry king can change it. God sees everything. He speaks through unexpected ways, and his plans always win in the end.